It's quite simple. Press the free like button if you like the idea of Eddie Kingston being the new Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. I love the idea. I want to see him as a world champion for a different brand like a Ring of Honor. I say, why not? I feel like he might put more eyes on that product. And I'm tired of hearing all this talk about how great Eddie Kingston is. Okay, let's see him as a world champion. I want to see him with this world title based on his promo skills. Will he make us care about all his feuds based on his promos? So I'm looking forward to him being the new Ring of Honor World Champion. I swear, some of you people are really stupid. It's like you say things, but you don't have any evidence to back up your claim on what you just said. See, when I give facts, I give facts on top of that fact. I don't just say shit without any evidence and facts to back it up. How the hell are you going to say that Tony Khan Man dropped the ball on green as grass Jade Cargill? See, you say he dropped the ball on her, but let's be real. You have ill will intent on that comment. You don't like Tony Khan Man, so of course you were going to throw him under the bus by saying he dropped the ball on a green as grass wrestler who he gave a monster push to. So I'm gonna say it again. How did he drop the ball on green as grass Jade Cargill? Let me tell you a fun fact. This chick was a basketball player. She was a fitness model and a bodybuilder who was doing shows. She had no wrestling experience background before Tony Khan Man signed her up. So once again, how did he drop the ball on Jade Cargill, who was a homegrown product who had no experience anywhere else? Her first match ever as a wrestler was with Tony Khan's company. This dude gave her a 50-0 record, and she was green as grass. She came from bodybuilding. So by that logic, hell, that was his Ultimate Warrior. But hell, at least Warrior had fucking experience before he got signed to the WWF. Dude, if anything, Tony Khan Man, he gave her too much too soon. It's like, dude, she's green as grass. How the hell are you going to say he dropped the ball on her? Give me facts. Give me evidence. She is his first black singles champion. Okay, how's it he dropped the ball on her? She was 50-0. Okay, how did he drop the ball on her? He gave her a 50-0 record, and she was green as grass with no wrestling experience prior. And yet he gave her this monster push, which she had no business getting that kind of push with her experience. He pushed her based off her look, not skills, just look and her presence. If anything, he gave her too much too soon. He gave her a monster push when her skills in the ring were not that good. So I need evidence and facts. How are you going to say he dropped the ball on her when she was not that good in a fucking ring, and yet he gave her a monster push? See, you say that because you hate Tony Khan. You think it's trendy to hate on Tony Khan without any evidence. See, I hate on Khan Man with facts and evidence. You have no facts and evidence. Jade Cargill is on the All Elite Wrestling Fight Forever video game. And guess what? She is the best wrestler on the game as a fucking woman. So she's the best female wrestler on the game. How did he drop the ball on her? She was beating women who were better wrestlers than she was. He gave her the TBS championship. No matter what, we would never see Tony Khan Man give another woman that kind of long reign ever again. Once again, she was green as grass, right? And you are saying, well, why didn't he give her the world title? Why the fuck would you give her the world title when she was green as grass and she was not good in the ring? Hell, that would have buried her, actually. So he gave her a mid-card women's championship, which he should have, based off her lack of experience. He gave her that title because she was new, she was fresh, she wasn't ready for the big title. So this was the equivalent of giving her the IC title, which makes sense. She had no experience. So her getting a mid-card championship, okay, that makes sense. But bro, he gave her a manager, he gave her baddies. I'm like, what do you want from him? You don't get it. Bro, Jade Cargill did not deserve that push. Nobody said that, bro. Nobody said she deserves to be a world champion or like. He made her impossible to book moving forward, right? Because if she was fucking 50-0, okay, when she does lose, it has to be against a top girl. But what is there left for her? Because she can't lose again to somebody else who's not Chris Statlander. So that means you would have to just hand her the world title. See what I'm saying? He made her impossible to book. He made her invincible. Now it's like, damn, why not hand her the world title? Right, because she's too green. She's not ready yet. Like, I need answers on how Tony Khan dropped the ball on her. A woman that he helped build up. Okay, that's the same thing as Eric Bischoff dropping the ball on Bill Goldberg, even though he helped build up Bill Goldberg into a household name. That's what you're saying. You can't tell a homegrown talent. Goldberg was a homegrown talent from the fucking power plant. How did Eric Bischoff drop the ball on Bill Goldberg if that's his creation? Like, what? Tony Khan, man, he gave Jade Cargill a fucking platform. She was a nobody. She was just a fucking IG girl. Literally, she was an IG girl bodybuilder who had a basketball background. So he gave her the world. Tony Khan, man, gave her the world. She was the most pushed wrestler on the roster, hands down. It wasn't close. Hell, Wardlow is jealous from that push. Hobbs wish he had that kind of push. Hell, Britt Baker never got the fucking Jade Cargill push. She got the Brock Lesnar treatment. She got the Bill Goldberg treatment. How the hell did he drop the ball on her? How? He made her impossible to book by making her fucking invincible. Because now it's like, okay, she lost the TBS title. Okay, what now? She can't lose ever again to anybody else now. If it's not Chris Statlander. Do you see a point now? He made her impossible to book. So, that being said, he booked her great. If anything, her star power might go down with Triple H. He's not gonna book her like Con Man. He's not gonna make her 50-0. It's crazy how you say she was 50-0, and you were saying Tony Khan dropped the ball on a girl he made undefeated. By that same logic, I guess Triple H dropped the ball on Asuka. By your logic, it's like, hold on, Asuka was fucking undefeated. So how did he miss the boat on Asuka? Give me evidence. Jade Cargill is not good in the ring. I've seen botches after botch after botch with this chick. So, like I said, he gave her too much, too soon. She wasn't ready for that kind of push. She was beating women with more experience than her. 50-0. The first woman ever to have that kind of record for all elite wrestling. She never lost. Dude, this has never happened since Bill Goldberg, actually, where a woman goes undefeated. 50-0. This has never happened ever in the history of pro wrestling, where a rookie, Asuka was not a rookie. Jade Cargill is a rookie. And she won her first 50 matches as a wrestler. I ask you once again, bitch, how did Tony Khan drop the ball on her? How would you book her? Like, he made her fucking undefeated, you fucking idiots. He made a rookie who was green as grass, who botches a undefeated record, and made her a champion. It made her invincible, gave her her own faction, gave her everything. He put her on the front cover of his first ever video game. What more do you want from him? Yes, I am defending Tony Khan, man. There's no way in hell Triple H is going to book her better. I can't see it. How? How will Triple H book her better if Tony Khan gave the fucking blueprint on her, which is you got to make her undefeated for a very long time? I can't see Triple H doing that. For 2 years? No, I can't see it. It's just like Bill Goldberg. Why didn't Vince McMahon book Bill Goldberg like Eric Bischoff did? See what I'm saying? It's apples and oranges. Triple H might not see the same vision for Jade Cargill. Hell, he might book her every week on Raw or SmackDown, but it wouldn't shock me if she takes a couple of L's to bring her down to earth. Like I said, Tony Khan made her fucking Supergirl. He made her Storm. He made her a fucking superhuman. And you were saying she was booked like trash, even though that's his creation. He made Jade Cargill. You wouldn't know who the fuck she is. That's the irony of it. I dare somebody to tell me I dropped the ball on somebody who nobody knew before my company started. How dumb can you fucking be? You see, at least Wardlow was not a rookie. Hell, Wardlow is not a homegrown talent. I think Wardlow came from MLW. Jade Cargill is a legit homegrown talent that Tony Khan made from the ground up. That's crazy. She had no experience. She is an AEW product, homegrown to the fullest extent of the law. She's homegrown. She was not on the indies. She was nowhere else. She's a Tony Khan girl. Tony Khan made her who she is today. It's like every time I see a video with somebody saying Tony Khan mishandled Jade Cargill, how? If that's his creation, he made her. He made her undefeated. A girl that cannot wrestle all that well. And yet, hey, he gave her a monster push. If you a fan of Jade Cargill, you should be kissing Tony Khan's ass. But he overlooked that rule for Jade Cargill. Like I said, Jade Cargill is not a great wrestler once that bell rings. Right, but look, she got better, but she's still not at the level of a Bianca Belair. That's my point. And yet, Tony Khan pushed her. Tony Khan always pushes women who know how to wrestle, who are great work rate girls, right? But he pushed Jade Cargill. So, he made her champion and undefeated at the start of her young career. Drop the ball, Jade Cargill. What the fuck are you talking about? She was a damn nobody. Like how? You can't give a girl like that the world title. Nobody cares about the TBS title, so of course that was a starter title, right? Just like how the WWF does it. Okay, let's give this guy the IC title and then eventually move him up to the world title picture. That's what they're doing with Gunther, the Ring General. That's what he did with the Ultimate Warrior. Give him the IC title first, then build him up to the big leagues. That's what he did with Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, etc. Stone Cold, The Rock. That's how you book upcoming talent. You don't hand them everything right off the bat, but Tony Khan did. So what the fuck are you talking about? Give me evidence that Jade Cargill was not booked well, even though she was a rookie wrestler. Rookie! That's like saying Braun Breaker has not been booked well, even though he was a fucking rookie before he was signed to the WWF. Even though they helped made him what he is today. Like how? How can you drop the ball on somebody with no prior wrestling experience, which means they are a homegrown talent under your watch, which means you can do anything you want with them now. They had no rep on the indies. Their indies is your company now. That's their start. You are their start now. So it's up to you. It's like, what do you want from them? This is insane. The only person she's lost to in a 3-year span was Chris Statlander, you fucking idiots. And yet, she should have been booked better? A girl that can barely wrestle well? What the fuck you talking about? Like, wow, man, this is crazy. I gotta defend Tony Khan, man. This makes me sick. Jade Cargill was the most untouchable female on the roster. Fuck female. She was the most untouchable wrestler, regardless of fucking gender. Nobody was booked better than Jade Cargill. Nobody. She was booked perfectly for her experience. Oh yeah, and I must say this. Jade Cargill is going straight to the main roster. There's already been a report. It's official. She's going to the main roster. She will not be in NXT, so stop saying it. It's pointless to talk about it. Let me repeat, she's not going to NXT. So your ass can cry all you want about that's where her ass should go. Well, it don't matter. It's crazy. A woman with that little experience, and he gave her that kind of push? Bro, Miss Lyons wish she had that kind of push down in NXT. Hell, fucking Bianca Belair never got that kind of push. where you are undefeated and you are fucking gray as grass with no experience. You are not a homegrown, you are a homegrown talent. And yet you are the most pushed wrestler on the roster. Bro, she is the longest reigning champion in the history of AEW. Let me say that once again. Jade Cargill is the longest reigning champion in AEW history. And for some reason you are saying she wasn't booked well. Bruh, she was booked too well for her lack of experience and her lack of skills once that bell rings. Like I said, she's getting better and better. But not to a point where she should have been fucking undefeated for like 2-3 years. That's insane. So to make a long story short, Jade Cargill was booked perfectly. Listen, this is going to be like Goldberg 2.0. And here's what I mean. Still to this day, Goldberg had a better career in WCW. He was never booked like the monster he was in WCW compared to his WWF days. Because, bro, it's hard to top that. You can't top it. How? You can't top it. Goldberg was like fucking, dude, he was a monster. Bro, if Jade Cargill needs NXT, then that means that 99.999% of the AEW roster should go to NXT. So, by your logic, that means everybody on that roster should be in developmental. Jade Cargill was a star. So, you want Comman's top star to be in developmental for a different, bigger brand? That means all elite wrestling really sucks. And stop saying it's good. That means Darby needs NXT. That means Max needs it. That means Adam Page needs it. That means Omega needs it. That means the Bucks need it. Because Jade Cargill was booked way better than those guys. That means Starks need it. Everybody needs NXT. Jay White, Juice Robinson, everybody does by that logic. That means you are bringing all elite wrestling down by saying his top stars will be in NXT. Man, look, at the end of the day, I can't see Triple H booking Jade Cargill better than what Tony Khan was doing. That's it, I'm done.